The African savanna, a vast golden expanse that stretches endlessly beneath a sky painted with the first light of dawn. Acacia trees, their umbrella-shaped canopies silhouetted against the horizon, stand as silent sentinels over a landscape woven from golden grasses and scattered shrubs. The air is crisp, filled with the distant calls of waking animals, and the land itself seems to pulse with the promise and peril of a new day. Yet beneath this breathtaking beauty lies a world of constant struggle. The savanna is a place of extremes where the sun's relentless heat bakes the earth until it splits and the wind carries dust across a landscape that can shift from lush to barren in a matter of weeks. Every living thing here is locked in a daily contest with the elements, where hunger and thirst are ever-present threats, and only the most resilient survive. The sun, a merciless overseer, climbs higher, scorching the grasses and shrinking the waterholes. Water becomes a treasure, hidden in the last muddy pools or deep beneath the cracked surface. Herds of antelope, zebra, and elephants trek for miles, their movements dictated by the search for this precious resource. Even the smallest creatures, termites, beetles, and birds, must adapt, finding ingenious ways to conserve moisture and avoid the midday heat. Life here is a delicate balance between predator and prey. Lions, masters of stealth, move silently through the tall grasses, their golden coats blending perfectly with the landscape. Impalas and gazelles graze in tight groups, their senses finely tuned to every sound and movement. A single misstep can mean the difference between life and death, as danger lurks in every shadow and every rustle of grass. The rhythm of the savanna is set by the seasons. As the dry months drag on, herds of wildebeest and zebra gather in the thousands, embarking on epic migrations across the dusty plains. Elephants, led by wise matriarchs, march in single file, their memories guiding them to waterholes that have sustained generations. These journeys are perilous, fraught with exhaustion, predators, and the ever-present spectre of drought. But when the rains finally arrive, the transformation is nothing short of miraculous. The parched earth drinks deeply, and within days the savanna bursts into life. Grasses grow tall and green, waterholes brim with fresh water, and animals gather in abundance. Yet this time of plenty brings its own challenges. Competition at waterholes becomes fierce, as antelopes clash for dominance and herds jostle for the best grazing spots. Each species is uniquely adapted to its role in this complex ecosystem. Gazelles, with their slender legs and lightning speed, rely on agility to evade predators. Elephants, the giants of the savanna, use their strength and intelligence to shape the land, digging for water, breaking branches, and leading their families to safety. Every animal, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, plays a part in the intricate web of life. Among these remarkable creatures, the baboon stands out for its intelligence and social complexity. Baboons live in tightly knit troops where every member has a role to play. Their days begin with grooming sessions, strengthening bonds and easing tensions. Communication is constant. Grunts, barks, and gestures convey everything from warnings to invitations to play. The troop moves as one, foraging for roots, seeds, and insects among the grasses and shrubs. Sentinels keep watch from high branches, alert for predators. When danger threatens, the troop forms a tight circle, the strongest adults on the outside, the young and vulnerable at the center. This unity is their greatest defense, allowing them to face threats that would overwhelm a solitary animal. Cooperation is at the heart of baboon life. They share food, help each other climb steep rocks, and work together to solve problems. When crossing open ground, they move quickly and silently, relying on teamwork to avoid detection. Their ability to adapt, communicate, and support one another has allowed them to thrive in an environment where only the most resourceful survive. The savanna is a crucible, forging creatures of extraordinary resilience. Cheetahs stalk their prey with unmatched speed, vultures wait patiently for their chance, and solitary animals cross the plains in search of food and safety. Every day brings new challenges, shifting weather, changing food supplies, and the constant threat of predators. The drama of life and death plays out in every corner of the savannah. A lion's chase, a zebra's desperate dash for freedom, a tense standoff between hunter and hunted. These moments are the heartbeat of the ecosystem, shaping the lives of all who call this place home. The rules here are simple, yet unforgiving. To survive, every animal must adapt, learn, and sometimes take risks. The swiftest escape, the cleverest hide, and the strongest endure. The stakes are high, and every decision can mean the difference between life and death. For the baboon troop, survival is a collective effort. Their strength lies not in size or speed, but in unity, intelligence, and the deep bonds that tie them together. Through cooperation, adaptability, and unwavering loyalty, they not only endure the challenges of the savannah, they flourish, embodying the spirit of resilience at the heart of this wild and untamed land. The Chacma baboon, a true master of survival, thrives in the vast, unpredictable savannah. Every feature of its body and mind is shaped by the demands of this wild land. Keen eyes scan the horizon, nimble fingers grasp roots and fruits, and powerful limbs carry it across open plains and rocky outcrops. Yet the baboon's greatest strength is not found in solitude, but in the intricate bonds of its troop. Built for the savannah's challenges, each troop is a living fortress, a community bound by loyalty, cooperation, and constant vigilance. Within this troop, every member has a role. Dominant males stand as sentinels, ever watchful for danger, their presence a shield for the vulnerable. Females form the heart of the group, nurturing the young, forging alliances, and passing down knowledge through generations. Hierarchy brings order, not oppression. The dominant male leads, but his authority is balanced by the wisdom and influence of experienced females. Subordinate males bide their time, learning, watching, and sometimes challenging for their place. Communication is the glue that binds the troop. A rich language of barks, grunts, screams, and subtle gestures flows between them. Each sound and movement carries meaning. A bark signals alarm, a grunt soothes, a yawn displays tension, a gentle touch reassures. When danger lurks, a sharp bark ripples through the troop, sending mothers clutching infants and juveniles dashing for cover. The dominant male positions himself between the threat and his family, ready to defend with tooth and roar. In moments of calm, a soft grunt or a gentle nuzzle reassures the young, strengthening bonds and easing fears. Grooming is more than hygiene. It is a ritual of trust, a silent promise of protection and belonging. The troop moves as one, each member attuned to the others. Elders guide the way, mothers carry infants, and juveniles learn by watching and imitating. Their unity transforms a collection of individuals into a formidable force, capable of facing the savannah's many trials. Baboons are omnivores, their diet as varied as the landscape itself. They pluck fruits from trees, dig for roots beneath the earth, and snatch insects from the ground. When opportunity arises, they hunt small animals, their teamwork and cunning on full display. Food is shared, lessons are taught, and every meal is a chance to reinforce the bonds that hold the troop together. Their flexible diet and teamwork allow them to endure the savannah's harshest times, drought, scarcity, and sudden storms. Adaptability is their secret weapon. When the world changes, the baboon troop changes with it, learning, innovating, and surviving where others might fail. In a world of uncertainty, the unity of the baboon troop is its fortress. Each member finds safety in the group, and together they weather every storm. Side by side, they greet the dawn and face the unknown, their strength drawn from the bonds of family, the wisdom of elders, and the courage of unity. In the wild heart of the savannah, the baboon troop stands unbroken, together, always. On the vast, sun-baked savannah, survival for baboons is a relentless, intricate dance, one that demands constant vigilance and seamless cooperation. Every day begins with the troop awakening in the safety of high branches or rocky outcrops, their senses immediately attuned to the subtle shifts in the wind and the distant calls of other animals. The troop moves as a single coordinated unit with sentinels always on watch. These vigilant lookouts scan the horizon for the faintest sign of movement, whether it's the flicker of a predator's tail in the tall grass or the shadow of a raptor circling overhead. Lookouts rotate their posts, sharing the burden of vigilance. This rotation ensures that no single baboon grows weary and that fresh eyes are always alert to danger. At the first hint of threat, a sudden rustle, a distant roar, a sharp bark rings out. Instantly the troop reacts as one, freezing or scattering to safety, each member's survival instinct honed by generations of experience. The troop forms a tight defensive circle, mothers and infants at the core, shielded by powerful males on the perimeter, their canines bared in a show of force. This living fortress is a formidable barrier, deterring even the boldest predators. United, the baboons present a confusing and intimidating front. Predators, lions, leopards, hyenas, often hesitate, uncertain whether to risk an attack on such a coordinated and defiant group. Their strength lies not in individual might, but in the power of collective action. Every movement, every call is part of a complex system of communication and teamwork. Each member has a role. Some stand guard, others forage for roots, seeds, fruits and insects. While some groom and care for the young, others keep a watchful eye on the horizon. This division of labor ensures the safety and well-being of the entire troop. When confronted by a solitary predator, the troop's unity becomes its greatest weapon. Their numbers, noise, and coordinated aggression can drive off even determined hunters, making the baboon troop a force to be reckoned with. In the savannah, cooperation is the key to survival. Food is scarce and danger is ever present, but by working together, baboons outmaneuver both rivals and predators. This symphony of unity, each baboon playing its part, allows the troop not just to survive but to flourish in a world where only the most adaptable and cooperative endure. Here, in the wild heart of the savannah, the baboon strategies are a testament to the power of community and the art of survival. The African savannah stretches endlessly beneath a blazing sun, its golden grasses swaying in the warm breeze. In this vast open arena, the cheetah reigns as the undisputed speedster, its slender body built for explosive acceleration, its every movement a study in grace and lethal intent. With each step, the cheetah's muscles ripple beneath its spotted coat, eyes narrowed and fixed on the distant shapes of a baboon troop. The air is thick with tension, the silence broken only by the distant calls of birds and the hum of insects. Yet in this wild expanse, speed alone is not the only currency of survival. Perched atop a weathered rock, a vigilant baboon sentinel surveys the landscape, every sense attuned to the slightest movement. The troop is scattered across the grassland, foraging and grooming, but beneath their calm exterior lies a constant readiness. The sentinel's sharp eyes catch a flicker of movement, a flash of gold and black in the grass. Instantly the sentinel stiffens, muscles coiled, and lets out a piercing alarm call. The sound slices through the air, urgent and unmistakable, sending a ripple of tension through the troop. The troop reacts with practiced precision. Instead of scattering in panic, they converge, forming a tight, living barricade. The largest males stride to the front, their bodies tense and imposing, while mothers gather the young behind them, shielding them with their own bodies. Each baboon knows its role. Some bare their teeth, others raise their hackles, all eyes fixed on the approaching threat. The air vibrates with low, guttural grunts and the shuffling of feet on dry earth. Suddenly a dominant male surges forward, his mane bristling and mouth wide in a fearsome display. He charges with a thunderous scream, lips curled back to reveal long, gleaming canines. The display is both a warning and a challenge, a calculated show of power meant to unnerve the predator. His eyes burn with defiance, every muscle taut with adrenaline, yet his movements are measured, never reckless. The rest of the troop rallies behind their leader, surging forward in a wave of noise and motion. Older juveniles and females snatch up stones and sticks, hurling them with surprising force. Their voices rise in a deafening chorus. Barks, screams, and whoops, each call amplifying the collective threat. The ground trembles beneath their charge, dust swirling around their feet, the air thick with the scent of fear and determination. The cheetahs, so often the masters of the chase, are caught off guard by this sudden, organized resistance. Their usual confidence falters as they face the wall of bristling, screaming primates. Ears flatten, tails lash, and their bodies tense with indecision. The cheetahs pace at the edge of the troop, muscles quivering, eyes darting for any sign of weakness, but the baboons give none. The cheetah's greatest weapon, its speed, offers little advantage in this standoff. Surrounded and outnumbered, the predator is forced to weigh its options. The baboons press closer, their unity and aggression overwhelming. The cheetah's eyes flicker with frustration and uncertainty, its breathing shallow as it realizes brute speed cannot break this wall of resolve. Outnumbered and outmaneuvered, the cheetahs make their decision. With a final wary glance they turn and bolt, their powerful legs kicking up clouds of dust as they retreat. The baboons give chase for a few paces, their triumphant cries echoing across the plains before regrouping in a tight, victorious cluster. The baboon's victory is not one of brute strength, but of intelligence, communication, and unwavering teamwork. Each member, from the smallest infant to the oldest sentinel, plays a vital role in their collective defense. Their eyes meet, sharing silent acknowledgments of their shared triumph and the bond that unites them. This encounter is a vivid testament to the power of unity and cooperation. Against the fastest and most agile predator on the plains, the baboons' collective will and strategy prove to be the ultimate defense. Their courage is not reckless, but rooted in trust and shared purpose. In the endless expanse of the savannah, where danger lurks at every turn, it is not always the swiftest or the strongest who prevail. Here, courage and cooperation rewrite the rules of survival, tipping the balance in favor of those who stand together, unwavering in the face of adversity. The troop's strength is always greater than the sum of its parts. Their bond, their strategy, and their willingness to defend one another are their greatest weapons, far more powerful than teeth or claws alone. Here, in the heart of the wild, survival belongs not to the swiftest, but to those who stand together, united against all odds, their courage and cooperation shining brighter than the African sun. The lion, crowned by its magnificent mane, is the undisputed monarch of the savannah. Its presence alone commands respect from every creature that roams these golden plains. With each step, the lion's heavy paws press into the earth, leaving silent marks of authority. The savannah's rhythm shifts around the lion. Herds of antelope and zebra grow tense, birds take flight, and even the stealthy leopard gives way. The lion's dominance is not just in its strength, but in the way its very existence shapes the lives and movements of all who share this vast wilderness. With a body built for power, the lion's muscular frame, lethal jaws, and thick mane are more than just features. They are tools of survival and supremacy. A single roar echoes for miles, sending a clear message across the grasslands. The king is near. The mane, a shield against rivals, signals maturity and strength, deterring would-be challengers and attracting loyal followers. Yet even the king faces relentless trials. Each hunt is a gamble, a test of patience and skill. Lionesses, the pride's hunters, move like shadows through the grass, their eyes fixed on the herd. A single misstep, a sudden gust of wind, and the prey escapes, leaving the pride hungry and exhausted. Failure is frequent, and hunger is a constant companion. The pride's unity is its greatest weapon. Lionesses coordinate with silent precision, fanning out to encircle their quarry. Males, with their imposing presence, patrol the boundaries, warding off intruders and rival coalitions. This teamwork ensures not only survival, but the continued dominance of the pride over their territory. But the savannah is a land of constant challenge. a buffalo's horns, a wildebeest charge, or the claws of a rival lion can all threaten the king's rule. Battles are fierce and unforgiving, with every victory hard won and every defeat a threat to the pride's future. The lion's reign is a never-ending struggle. Each dawn brings new threats, rival males seeking to overthrow the pride, scavengers lurking at the edges, and the ever-present need to defend territory. The king's roar at sunrise is both a warning and a promise. This land is claimed, and its ruler is ever vigilant. Within the pride, bonds run deep. Lionesses nurture the young, teaching them the ways of the hunt. Cubs tumble and play, learning the skills they'll need to survive. Grooming and affection reinforce the unity that is the pride's true strength. Here in the heart of the family, the king finds both purpose and protection, yet even in moments of peace, vigilance is essential. The lion's sharp gaze sweeps the horizon, ever watchful for threats. Hyenas and jackals circle, waiting for a chance to steal a meal. The pride's power is formidable, but the crown is never secure. Danger is always near. Every meal is earned through struggle. The hunt is a dance of life and death, where only the strongest and most cunning prevail. The savannah's rulers must fight for every mouthful, their dominance tested with each passing day. In the end, the struggle for survival spares no one, not even the king. Wounds and scars tell the story of battles fought and challenges overcome. As the sun sets and the savannah quiets, the lion remains, unyielding, ever watchful, and forever shaping the wild world around him. The savannah is a living mosaic, its golden plains crisscrossed by countless trails, each one a silent record of the creatures who walk, run and hunt here. These paths are more than just routes through the grass. They are the arteries of survival, where the destinies of predator and prey are written with every step. In this vast, sun-drenched expanse, the air is thick with tension, and the tall grass conceals both hope and peril. Here the world of the baboon collides with the world of the hunter, and the outcome is never certain. Every dawn brings a new chapter, every dusk a reckoning. Baboons, with their sharp minds and tight social bonds, are formidable when united. When a cheetah approaches, the troop transforms. Adults rush to the front, baring their teeth, shrieking in a chorus of defiance. Their numbers and their courage can turn the swiftest predator away, forcing the cheetah to abandon its hunt. But the savannah is home to more than one kind of danger. When a lion appears, the air changes. The baboons sense it instantly, a presence that cannot be bullied or outwitted so easily. The lion is the embodiment of power, and its arrival sends a ripple of fear through the troop. A lioness, lean and hungry, moves with a grace that belies her lethal intent. Her golden coat blends seamlessly with the swaying grass, her body low and silent. Every sense is heightened, ears twitching at the faintest sound, eyes locked on her quarry, nostrils flaring to catch the scent of prey. She is driven by more than hunger, her cubs wait, hidden and vulnerable, depending on her success. The lioness is patient, willing to wait for hours, every muscle coiled for the perfect moment to strike. When a baboon, distracted or curious, strays from the safety of the troop, the lioness springs into action. The chase erupts in an instant, grass flattened beneath pounding paws, the air split by desperate cries. The baboon darts and weaves, but the lioness is relentless, her focus absolute. In a blur of motion, the hunt ends as swiftly as it began. The savannah falls silent, save for the distant alarm calls of the troop. The baboon troop erupts in a cacophony of screams and barks, their voices echoing across the plains. They gather on the nearest rise, eyes wide with fear and sorrow, watching helplessly as the lioness drags her prize away. Their cries are a mixture of warning to others, grief for the lost, and the raw helplessness of knowing they cannot intervene. To challenge a lioness in the throes of a hunt is to invite certain death. The troop draws together, huddling for comfort and safety. Even the boldest among them knows the limits of their unity. Against a lion, their only hope is to retreat, to regroup, to survive. The young cling to their mothers, learning the hard lessons of the savannah, that even the strongest bonds cannot always protect against the world's harshest realities. The lioness's kill does not go unnoticed. Within moments, other lions appear, drawn by the scent of fresh blood and the promise of a meal. The pride gathers, and what began as a solitary hunt becomes a chaotic struggle. Lions snarl and swipe at each other, each one desperate to claim the choicest morsels. Hunger makes rivals of even the closest kin, and the law of the savannah is clear: only the strongest eat their fill. Around the fringes the drama continues. Hyenas and jackals circle, their eyes fixed on the feast, waiting for the moment when the lion's attention wavers. Vultures wheel overhead, their shadows flickering across the grass. Even after the hunt, the struggle is not over. Every scrap of meat is contested, every moment a battle for survival. The savannah's brutality is unending, its lessons harsh and unforgiving. The collision of worlds is stark, predators locked in rivalry, prey left to mourn and regroup. The baboons, from a safe distance, watch the aftermath, their loss a silent echo in the grass. Hyenas challenge the lions, risking injury for a chance at the remains. The savannah is a stage where every actor plays a part in the endless cycle of life and death. For the baboons, the lesson is seared into memory. The young, wide-eyed and trembling, cling to their elders, absorbing the truth that danger is ever present. The troop moves on, more cautious than before, every sense attuned to the shifting winds and the rustle of grass. Survival demands vigilance, and the savannah offers no second chances. Every moment is a test. A baboon scans the horizon, eyes darting for any sign of movement. Antelope freeze, ears pricked, ready to flee at the first hint of danger. A sudden rustle sends a ripple of alarm through the troop. Every animal knows that hesitation can be fatal. The savannah rewards only those who are always alert. The drama of the savannah is relentless. Each encounter, whether a tense standoff, a desperate chase, or a silent retreat, tests the instincts and courage of every creature. The stakes are always high, and the outcome is never guaranteed. Under the vast African sky, the struggle for life plays out in 1,000 forms, each one a testament to the resilience and adaptability of those who call this place home. In this world, power and vulnerability are inseparable. The lion and the baboon, predator and prey, share the same land, their fates forever entwined. Each day is a collision of worlds, a drama of survival, loss and adaptation played out beneath the endless, watchful sky of the wild savannah. The savannah isn't ruled by a single monarch, but by a shifting balance of power. This vast expanse of grassland is a stage where every creature plays a crucial role. Lions may be kings, but their reign is constantly tested by other formidable players. Their dominance is a testament to their strength and strategy, yet it is never absolute. Baboons challenge the old order with intelligence and unity. Their social structures and cooperative behaviors make them formidable opponents in this intricate web of life. Hyenas, once seen as scavengers, hunt in powerful clans and can even steal from lions. Their cunning and teamwork allow them to thrive in this competitive environment. Cape buffalo, with their explosive strength, are feared by all, even predators. Their sheer power and defensive tactics make them a force to be reckoned with. Elephants reshape the land, altering the very stage on which this drama unfolds. Their massive presence and environmental impact are felt by every species. Each species brings its own strength, speed, unity, power, tenacity. These attributes are essential for survival in this ever-changing landscape. The balance is always changing, ensuring no one holds the throne for long. This dynamic equilibrium is what keeps the ecosystem thriving. This tension keeps the ecosystem vibrant and resilient. Every interaction, every confrontation contributes to the delicate balance of life here. The savannah's true ruler is the delicate equilibrium between its many contenders. It is this balance that ensures the survival of the diverse and magnificent life forms that call this place home. For countless generations, baboons have navigated the vast, unpredictable savanna, their lives shaped by the rhythms of sun and rain, the presence of predators, and the endless search for food and water. Yet in recent times the very fabric of their world has begun to unravel, not through the teeth and claws of ancient enemies, but through subtle sweeping changes in the land itself. Across the grasslands, silent dangers now lie hidden, snares and traps scattered like invisible webs. These threats do not announce themselves with the roar of a lion or the stealth of a leopard. Instead they wait, indiscriminate and unyielding, ensnaring the unwary and leaving behind only suffering and loss. No amount of vigilance or unity can outwit these new perils. The baboon's keen senses and social bonds, honed over millennia, offer little defense against the cold, mechanical grip of a snare. Here the old rules of survival no longer apply. As the landscape shifts, so too do the baboon's habits. Driven by hunger and shrinking resources, they are forced to the edges of their territory, where the familiar scents of grass and acacia give way to the strange, sharp odours of discarded waste. Here they scavenge for scraps, consuming what they can find, often at great risk to their health. The abundance of unnatural food dulls their instincts, eroding the skills that once defined their survival. The search for roots, fruits, and insects is replaced by a reliance on easy but dangerous alternatives. The delicate balance between adaptation and loss becomes ever more precarious. In these altered spaces, the boundaries between species blur. The proximity to other animals, domestic and wild, brings new threats as diseases can leap across the divide carried by invisible agents. The baboon's resilience is tested not just by hunger but by unseen illnesses that spread in the wake of change. The relentless clearing of trees and brush strips away the shelter and food sources that once sustained entire troops. Where dense thickets once offered refuge, now only barren earth and scattered stumps remain. The baboons must travel farther, risk more, and face the elements with less protection than ever before. The old strategies, careful foraging, coordinated movement, the wisdom of elders, begin to falter. The landscape is no longer a familiar map of opportunity and danger, but a shifting puzzle full of uncertainty. Each day demands new choices, new risks, and the cost of a single mistake grows ever higher. Now, the greatest challenge facing the baboon is not a rival predator, but a world transformed. The horizon, once a promise of freedom and possibility, is shadowed by change. In this new era, survival demands not just strength or cunning, but the ability to adapt to a landscape forever altered by forces beyond their understanding. Across the vast savanna, unity is the thread that weaves together the destinies of countless species. The baboon troop's saga is but one chapter in a much larger story. A story of resilience, cooperation, and the unbreakable bonds that form in the face of adversity. For generations, cooperation has been the shield that guards against the wild's relentless dangers. Baboons rely on each other for safety and support, just as wildebeest find strength in numbers, and elephants protect their young through collective vigilance. Even the smallest birds depend on the flock, their unity a defense against the ever-present threat of predators. Yet the savanna is a place of constant change and challenge. Every day these alliances are tested by drought, hunger, and the cunning of predators. The unity that once ensured survival must now adapt to shifting landscapes and new threats. Adaptability is pushed to its limits. Each new skill learned, each strategy developed, brings both hope and risk. The very traits that once guaranteed survival now demand constant innovation and courage. Sometimes unity itself is tested by competition, by scarcity, by the ever-present struggle for survival. The bonds that hold a troop, a herd, or a flock together are fragile, yet they are the savanna's greatest strength. In moments of crisis, unity is renewed. The instinct to come together, to protect and to nurture is what allows life to endure on the savanna's unforgiving stage. The fate of each species is intertwined with the others. The story of the baboon troop is echoed in the lives of all who call the savannah home. Their unity is a testament to the power of togetherness in a world of endless challenge. As the sun rises and sets over the wild plains, the next chapter is written not by one but by all, each species, each individual, bound together by the enduring promise of unity. Gap 3S. Beneath the canopy of acacia trees and amidst the tall grasses of the savannah, a complex language unfolds, a language spoken not with words but with sounds, gestures, and subtle social signals. The baboons, masters of this intricate form of communication, navigate their world through a symphony of vocalizations and movements. Each call, each gesture carries a meaning understood by every member of the troop. The loud, resonant barks of a dominant male signal authority and control, a reminder of his position within the social hierarchy. Meanwhile, the softer grunts exchanged between mothers and their young offer reassurance and maintain bonds of affection. These vocalizations are the heartbeat of the troop, maintaining unity and order. Beyond vocal sounds, the baboons employ a rich tapestry of gestures. A friendly shoulder nudge or a mutual grooming session serves to strengthen alliances and friendships. The grooming ritual in particular is a cornerstone of baboon society, a gesture of trust and cooperation that reinforces social bonds and ensures the troop's cohesion. Even the positioning of their bodies tells a story. A submissive posture, with head bowed and eyes averted, communicates respect and deference to higher-ranking individuals. Conversely, a confident stance with raised head and direct gaze can be a challenge or a display of dominance. These non-verbal cues are essential for maintaining the delicate balance of power within the troop. The alarm calls echo a different urgency, sharp, high-pitched barks that ripple through the group, warning of impending danger. In an instant, the troop shifts from calm to alert, each member responding to the call with practiced precision. The youngest baboons cling to their mothers, while the adults form a protective barrier, ready to defend against any threat. Through these sophisticated communication methods, the baboons navigate the complexities of their environment. Their language is a testament to the intelligence and social intricacy of these remarkable animals. It is through this unspoken dialogue that they maintain their unity, adapt to challenges, and thrive amidst the ever-changing rhythms of the savannah. The baboon troop's communication is a dance of sound and motion, a living testament to the power of connection in the wild. As the sun sets and the chatter of the troop quiets for the night, their language remains a constant, a lifeline that binds them together in the heart of the savannah. Gap 3S. As dawn breaks over the savannah, the baboon troop awakens to a new day of foraging, a daily ritual that showcases their remarkable adaptability and resourcefulness. Their diet is a testament to their omnivorous nature, encompassing a wide array of plants and animals, each carefully selected to meet their nutritional needs. The day begins with a search for fruits and seeds, often found in abundance within the lush foliage of acacia trees. With nimble fingers, they pluck the ripest offerings, their sharp eyes discerning which are ready to eat and which should be left to ripen further. The troop moves in harmony, each member contributing to the collective effort of finding sustenance. As they traverse the landscape, the baboons demonstrate their keen knowledge of the savannah's bounty. They dig deep into the soil to unearth tubers and roots, their powerful hands breaking through the earth with ease. These underground treasures provide essential carbohydrates and hydration, crucial for their survival in the arid environment. In the grasses, the baboons hunt for small insects and grubs, their dexterity allowing them to capture even the swiftest of prey. These protein-rich morsels are a vital part of their diet, offering the energy needed for their active lifestyle. The baboons also venture to the edges of water sources, where they find aquatic plants and small creatures. Here they demonstrate their ability to adapt to different habitats, wading into the shallows with practiced ease. Fish and amphibians are not beyond their reach, adding yet another layer to their diverse diet. Cooperation is key during these foraging expeditions. The troop's members communicate constantly, using their complex vocalizations and gestures to share the locations of food sources and ensure that everyone has enough to eat. This communal approach not only strengthens social bonds, but also maximizes their chances of finding food in a challenging environment. The baboon's diet is not limited to the savannah alone. They are known to venture into nearby forests and even human settlements where they scavenge for discarded food and crops. This adaptability highlights their intelligence and their ability to thrive in a variety of settings. As the sun sets, the troop gathers to rest, their bellies full from a day of successful foraging. The diverse diet they enjoy is a testament to their resilience and ingenuity, enabling them to flourish in the heart of the savannah. In the quiet of the evening, the baboons settle down, their foraging efforts ensuring their survival and the continuation of their intricate social structure. The forager's feast is a daily reminder of the delicate balance they maintain with their environment, a dance of survival that plays out in the vast, untamed beauty of the savannah. As the seasons shift across the savannah, the baboon troop faces a landscape in constant transformation. The dry season arrives with relentless sun and parched earth, turning lush grasslands into a canvas of gold and brown. Water becomes scarce, and the baboons must travel greater distances, their daily routes expanding as they search for dwindling streams and hidden waterholes. Their foraging patterns evolve. Roots and tubers buried deep below the surface become lifelines, while fruits and fresh leaves grow rare. The troop's movements become more deliberate, conserving energy and relying on their collective memory to recall the locations of past resources. When the rains return, the transformation is swift and dramatic. The savannah bursts into life. Grasses surge upward, trees blossom, and waterholes brim with fresh abundance. The baboons seize this moment, adjusting their routines to take full advantage of the fleeting bounty. Their days are filled with the search for succulent fruits, tender shoots, and the insects that emerge in the wet. Playful energy returns to the troop as young baboons chase each other through the rejuvenated landscape, their calls echoing in the humid air. Through every season, the baboons' adaptability is their greatest strength. They read the subtle signs in the wind, the sky, and the earth, ever alert to the changing rhythms of their world. In this endless cycle of scarcity and abundance, the troop's unity and resilience allow them not just to survive, but to thrive amid the ever-changing savannah. Across the vast savannah, the baboon troop is never truly alone. Their days are woven together with the lives of countless other species, each encounter shaping the tapestry of their existence. As the baboons travel, elephants often cross their path, gentle giants who open up the dense bush with their strength. When elephants break branches or dig for water, they leave behind opportunities, exposed roots and fresh pools that baboons and others are quick to discover. Birds, too, are constant companions. Hornbills and starlings follow the troop, snatching up insects disturbed by the baboons' foraging. In return, these vigilant birds raise the alarm at the first sign of danger, their calls alerting the troop to hidden predators lurking in the grass. Even antelopes, ever watchful, benefit from the baboons' sharp eyes. When baboons spot a threat, their loud barks ripple across the savannah, prompting herds of impala and gazelle to scatter to safety. Sometimes these alliances are fleeting, a shared warning, a moment of mutual gain. Other times they form the rhythm of daily life, a quiet cooperation that helps each species navigate the challenges of survival. In this interconnected world, the baboon's story is inseparable from those around them. Every day is a dance of give and take, a testament to the subtle bonds that tied the savannah's creatures together, forging strength in unity even beyond the boundaries of the troop. But the greatest challenges the baboon troop faces are not always clawed or fanged. Sometimes the danger comes from the sky above or the earth itself. Drought creeps over the savannah like a silent shadow, turning rivers to dust and grass to brittle straw. Waterholes vanish, trees shed their leaves, and food grows scarce. In these desperate months the troop must journey farther, rising before dawn and travelling long distances in search of anything edible. Roots, bark, even the bitterest fruit. The old and the young struggle, but the troop's unity becomes their lifeline. They share what they find, huddle together for comfort, and keep moving, always guided by the memory of hidden springs and secret groves. When wildfires sweep across the plains, the world transforms in an instant. Smoke billows, flames crackle, and the air is thick with heat and fear. The baboons scramble to higher ground, leaping from rock to rock, their calls echoing in the chaos. In these moments, instinct and experience take over. Elders lead the way to safety, steering the troop clear of danger zones and into the refuge of riverbanks or rocky outcrops. Even as the fire passes, the landscape is forever changed. But here, too, the baboons adapt. In the charred aftermath, shoots of green soon emerge, and the troop is quick to seize every new opportunity. Through drought and fire, the baboons endure. Their story is not only one of strength, but of resilience, of finding hope after hardship, and of surviving together when the savannah tests them most. A new life begins quietly, hidden among the tall grasses and watchful eyes of the troop. Baboon infants, born with wrinkled faces and tiny hands, cling tightly to their mother's fur, safe, warm, and protected. In their earliest days, a mother's embrace is their whole world. She grooms, feeds, and shields her newborn from danger, her vigilance matched only by her tenderness. But baboon society is more than just a mother and her child. As days pass, aunts, siblings, and even playful juveniles gather around, eager to meet the newest member. Here every infant is watched over by many. Youngsters learn by imitation, studying elders as they forage, climb, and navigate the complex web of troop relationships. Play is their classroom. Chasing, wrestling, and tumbling through the dust, the young baboons master the skills they'll need to survive. They test boundaries and form bonds, learning the subtle language of gestures, grunts, and glances that hold the troop together. Through these games, the seeds of friendship and rivalry are planted, shaping their place within the group. As months turn to years, the infants grow into bold juveniles, and then into adults. Each step marked by new challenges and lessons. Adolescents test their independence, venturing farther from their mothers, forging alliances and discovering their own strengths. For males, the time will come to leave their birth troop, seeking acceptance in a new clan, while females remain, rising in the ranks and nurturing the next generation. Through every stage of life, the journey from cradle to clan is shaped by care, learning, and the powerful bonds of family. In the world of the baboon, survival depends not only on strength or cunning, but on the wisdom passed down from one generation to the next, and the enduring unity of the troop. In the heart of every baboon troop, leadership is not left to chance. At the top of the social hierarchy stand the dominant males and females, guardians, decision-makers, and peacekeepers whose actions ripple through the entire group. The alpha male, marked by his imposing size and unwavering confidence, leads with a blend of strength and strategy. His presence is a shield against predators and rival troops, but his influence goes deeper. With a single bark or assertive gesture, he can direct the troops' movements, signal danger, or command attention at the water's edge. Yet leadership is not the sole domain of the males. The dominant females, often older and wise from years of experience, wield a quieter but equally vital authority. They shape the group's daily routines, choosing when and where to forage and ensuring the safety of the young. Through gentle grooming or a stern stare, they resolve disputes and reinforce the bonds that tie the clan together. Conflicts, though inevitable, rarely escalate unchecked. When tempers flare over food or status, the leaders step in. The alpha male may separate sparring rivals with a forceful display, while the matriarch soothes tensions with a calming touch. Their interventions prevent chaos, maintaining the delicate order that allows every member to thrive. It is this balance of strength and wisdom, action and restraint, that defines the leadership of the troop. Their decisions may mean the difference between feast and famine, safety and peril, harmony and discord. In the baboon world, the pillars of power are not just figureheads, they are the architects of survival, guiding their clan through the ever-shifting challenges of the savannah. As the sun slips beyond the horizon, the savannah transforms. Daytime's golden glow gives way to a world of shadows and silence, a realm where the baboon troop must summon new instincts to survive the night. High in the branches of ancient acacia trees, the troop gathers close, every member seeking safety in numbers. The chatter and playfulness of daylight are replaced by hushed murmurs and wary glances. Night brings its own dangers. The familiar predators of the day, lions and leopards, now move with renewed stealth. Every rustle below, every whisper of wind could signal the approach of hungry eyes. The troop's sentinels, chosen for their vigilance, remain alert through the darkness. Their watchful gaze scans the moonlit ground, ears attuned to the faintest crack of a twig. For the youngest baboons, sleep comes only when nestled against the warmth of their mothers. Mothers wrap protective arms around their infants, soothing them with gentle grooming, while older siblings huddle nearby. Even the dominant leaders, so bold in daylight, become guardians of silence, knowing that a single alarm call may be all that stands between the troop and disaster. The night is long and rest is restless, yet in these hours the bonds of the troop are tested and strengthened. Each baboon's safety depends on the unity of the group, their trust in one another, and their ability to face the unknown together. As the first hints of dawn touch the sky, the troop stirs, grateful for another night survived. In the world of baboons, darkness is not just a time of danger, it is a nightly trial that forges unbreakable ties. The savannah is a land shaped by cycles of rain and drought, abundance and scarcity, but now the rhythm is changing. Seasons arrive unannounced, and the once reliable rains falter. Rivers shrink, grasslands wither, and ancient trees stand bare against the relentless sun. The baboon troop, ever observant, senses the shift. Waterholes once teeming with life grow shallow and rare. Fruits and roots become treasures to be sought far and wide. The troop adapts with ingenuity. They rise earlier, travelling greater distances in search of food and water. Youngsters learn to dig for hidden tubers, while elders teach new routes remembered from seasons past. Their social bonds become even more vital, sharing resources, supporting the weak, and guarding the vulnerable. Other creatures of the savannah, too, must adjust. Herds of antelope wander farther, birds change their nesting grounds, and even the predators alter their patterns. Competition grows fierce, and the balance that once defined this world is tested anew. Yet, in the face of these challenges, the baboon troop endures. Their resilience is a testament to the power of adaptation. Every day brings new trials, but also new opportunities to learn, to grow, and to survive. The savannah may be changing, but the spirit of its inhabitants remains unbroken, a living story of hope woven into the shifting sands. In the heart of the troop, every baboon is more than just a member of the group. They are individuals, each with their own story to tell. Here personalities shine through in subtle gestures and bold actions, painting a tapestry of life richer than any single thread. Meet Mara, the curious youngster, always the first to explore and the last to retreat. Her days are spent chasing butterflies and mimicking the adults, her boundless energy a source of laughter and sometimes gentle reprimand. She learns quickly, her clever hands and sharp eyes picking up lessons in survival with every playful tumble. Nearby, old Cheetah sits in the shade of a twisted acacia, his face etched with the wisdom of many seasons. Once a leader, now a sage, he guides the troop with quiet authority. Younger baboons gather around him, listening as he grunts softly, sharing knowledge of hidden waterholes and the safe paths through thorny undergrowth. Not far off, Zuri, a nurturing mother, cradles her newborn close. Her patience is endless, her vigilance fierce. Every day she navigates the challenges of motherhood, shielding her infant from squabbling juveniles and the watchful eyes of predators. Yet in the calm of the afternoon she grooms her baby with tender care, forging a bond that will last a lifetime. Then there's Tano, the impish troublemaker, always at the center of mischief. He steals fruit, startles napping elders, and tests the limits of his troop's tolerance. But when danger approaches, it is Tano's quick thinking and sharp alarm calls that often warn the others first. Each face in the crowd tells a story of courage, curiosity, love, and resilience. Together these unique individuals shape the destiny of the troop, weaving their lives into the greater saga of the savannah. And as the sun sets, their voices rise in a chorus, a living reminder that every member matters and every story counts.